Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is my weekly Will I Buy It video. I'm posting this one on Friday this week because I just had a different style video go up on Wednesday. If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. I'm really excited about that. It's kind of a new series that I want to start. But without further ado, let's get into new makeup releases. First up, I want to talk about Jouer. They are releasing a holiday collection. It includes the Making Magic set for $52, Ultra Foil eyeshadow palette, and Ultra Foil eye topper in Constellation. So this eyeshadow palette is an all shimmer eyeshadow palette, but it is a smaller palette. I do still like larger palettes, but a lot of the times I feel more comfortable with a smaller palette, so I do like that about it. And I do like Jouer as a brand. I don't know exactly about the eye topper. I haven't really heard anything about Jouer eye toppers. Is that a thing that they have usually? I would assume it's kind of like the Stila Magnificent Metal Glitter and Glow, and probably just like a liquid glitter, you know? I just wouldn't get that. But as for the eyeshadow palette, it looks to be more cool toned except for like maybe one shade, that like gold shades. So I do think it's kind of like good to release around the holidays. It's glittery, it's shimmery, it's happy, but it is more neutral. There are a couple pops of color. For me, an all shimmer palette, I don't know if I'd get the most use out of that. And for the price of this release, I just don't think that would be worth it to me. The front of the packaging, that little dragonfly reminds me of my aunt. Yeah, other than that, I'm not really interested in the palette, but I have heard really good things about the Jouer metallic formula, so I don't think it would be a bad buy. I don't think it's for me though. So Jeffree Star is releasing a holiday collection, and in the collection he's releasing the Alien eyeshadow palette for $52, and it's launching November 9th. So the day this is going up, it's launching. Okay, so this palette for me is very like odd shaped. It's also very bulky in my opinion, which is not unlike other palettes he's put out in the past. And he does like to be a little bit creative when it comes to packaging, I've realized. The shades in here, yeah, I don't think I would really, it's not like I don't think I would use it. I just think looking at it, it would be harder for me to figure out what I wanted to do for an eyeshadow look, if that makes sense. So like it does have a couple greens and bronzy colors and some neutral, but I don't know, I feel like this color scheme is a little confusing for me. And also I feel like that purple is just like super random. I didn't see his release video that he probably already filmed, so I didn't get like the backstory to this palette or these colors or anything. So I can't speak to that, so maybe it does make sense when it's explained, but looking at this eyeshadow palette, it doesn't make sense to me. And I just bought the Gemini palette from Cosmetics and also the Emerald Obsessions from Huda Beauty, and those are palettes that have green in them. So I'm not really hurting for some green shadows anymore. So yeah, this is just gonna be a pass for me. Okay, next up, Urban Decay is releasing 3 mini palettes, and they are called the On The Go palettes. So they're pretty much downsized palettes of their larger Born to Run eyeshadow palette that they came out with earlier this year. And it says these will be released sometime in December. And I was kind of really excited about this because I don't have the original Born to Run palette. I think it's really pretty, and I like the shades that are in there. The packaging is really pretty. From all the tutorials and things like that, reviews that I've seen, everyone loves it and they all look really pretty. I just think for me, one, I have shades like that in my collection in different palettes, so I'm not, you know, necessarily in need of them. I mean, it's eyeshadow, do I really need it? No. And also, I'm a smaller channel, so if I'm gonna do reviews on things, I want it to be relevant, if that makes sense. So if I were to review the, you know, Born to Run palette now, it wouldn't really be relevant anymore. So these palettes are really calling my attention for those reasons. And also, like I said, I like the smaller palette. They're more having a path of what I'm going to create on my eyes. You know, does that make sense? Talking about each one. The first one I really like. It has like some pinky tones and some deeper like red tones. I love those. I think they look beautiful on the eyes. So I'm kind of looking at that one. The second one, I don't know, I don't feel is too unique. And also, I'm not the hugest fan of purple. The only thing purple I really like is like lipstick, you know? So I think I would pass on that one. And then the third one is really pretty. It kind of reminds me of the Urban Decay Beached palette that came out in the summer, because it has like those bronzy tones and it has that deeper like blue at the end. I'm also really looking at that one because I wanted to get the Beached palette too, but never did. For me, if I were to get one, it would be the first or the last palette. Maybe I'll pick one of those up and review it. Next up, I want to talk about Dominique Cosmetics. She's coming out with the Berries and Cream palette, and it will be $44. And it will be available November 16th. She has come out with two previously, the Latte and the Lemonade. Whew, my eyes are watering today. Okay, this is like a perfect amount of shades for me. It's not too small and it's not too big, so I like that about it. The shades inside, there's a lot of like neutrally kind of brown tones, but I feel like most of them have like an undertone of berry. The pan size is really interesting to me. I don't think many eyeshadows have this exact shape, which it's not important, but it's visually appealing. There's some like milky pink colors and a blue, which the Latte palette also had a blue like that and a purple like that. Wait a minute, I just realized the blue and the one to the left of the blue are colors that are similar that she had in her Latte palette. So that's interesting to me. So if you have the Latte palette, I would definitely swatch this one because you might be getting two repeat shades, unless that doesn't matter to you, in which case go for it, you know? I've heard good things about her eyeshadows. I feel like the Latte palette, people liked more than they liked the Lemonade. The Lemonade got more mixed reviews, but I thought they both looked really pretty. I just never picked them up. I was gonna pick up the Lemonade palette because I thought that was more unique to my collection at least, and the Latte palette was definitely something that I already had. So, as for this palette, am I really pulled in to buy it? No, I'm not. I want to try her brand. This is just not really calling to me. So, I mean, there it is. I don't have a specific reason other than it's just not. And sometimes that's just the way it is. Sometimes things call to us and sometimes they don't. So that's my thoughts on that. I think it's really pretty. A couple of the shades I think might be in the Latte palette, so I'd check that out if you want to pick this one up. But yeah, there you go. There's that release. Next up, I want to talk about some 4-pan indie palettes. Now, I don't talk a lot about really small brands in these videos, but I think I want to get more into that because I think they need more recognition. Makeupmaniacscosmetics. Say that 5 times fast. I cannot. They're releasing $10 4-pan eyeshadow palettes, and they will be launching on November 26th. I don't know anything about this brand. I'm assuming you can only buy it off their website, so I don't know how the quality is. All I know is what these pictures look like. So for me, if I were to pick up one, it would be the blue one and that really nice yellow one, maybe possibly the berry one. The teal one, that's my favorite color. I love teal. That one I think is the one that I would want to purchase the most. But they definitely have a lot of options. So if you want to check out this brand, I think you'd definitely find a 4-pan eyeshadow palette that would suit you. And I think it's also great that this company released 4-pan eyeshadow palettes, because I feel like a lot of people will find that easier to make eye looks from, you know? So I'm kind of interested in supporting this brand, maybe picking up 1 or 2 of these 4-pan eyeshadow palettes, but I think these look really interesting. Physicians Formula is releasing some more skincare, and they are going to be released at CVS. So they're releasing the Perfect Matcha, which is a 3-in-1 melting cleansing balm for $14. A coconut milk eye makeup remover for normal to dry skin for $7. A skin booster vitamin shot for $14. And they have 3 types in brightening, hydrating, and time restoring. I don't know when these are going to be released or if they're already released. I'm kind of interested in this because I do have the Physicians Formula charcoal cleansing stick, and I find that it does help somewhat with clogged pores, and I think this is also a really decent price for these items of skincare. I'm not really a cleansing balm person, but I'm saying that coming from a place I haven't tried any. I don't know if it would work in my life, but I think this looks like a good amount for the price you're getting, because a lot of cleansing balms can be a little bit more expensive. And then the coconut eye makeup remover, I don't think I would use it, just because I use a micellar water for my eyes and my face. And then the skin booster vitamin shots, I'm assuming is like an oil that you put on your face, because that's what it kind of looks like to me. I could do with all of them, you know? But the packaging freaks me out because I'm very clumsy with my hands, and I feel like droppers are just an accident waiting to happen to me. Which is also why I don't use oils on my face, one of the reasons. Because I think I would benefit from it. That's a totally different story. So, do I think I'm going to pick up anything from this launch? No. But I think this is really interesting for a lot of people because these are very popular things at the moment for skincare. Next, I want to talk about a Tarte eyeshadow palette. So this is the Tarteist Pro Remix. And they're saying this is the boldest and brightest palette they've ever come out with, which I think I'm gonna agree with that, because it definitely has some yellows, a purple, a teal, a mint, a really bright like grass green. And it also does have some neutrals. I don't know when this is coming out or how much it's going to cost. But I know the first one, when it came out, at first I was kind of excited, but I just kind of never picked it up and my interest faded. But it didn't get terrible reviews. People really did like that palette. I've also tried Tarte shadows in the past, and they were okay. They weren't my favorite. And so because Tarte has never done colorful shadows, I think it'll be very interesting to see what people say about this. If people get it in PR or they just pick it up themselves. I'll be really interested to see, because I'm kind of interested in this palette, oddly enough. Also, the packaging looks like the Urban Decay electric palette with the paint splats, you know? Does anyone else get that feeling? But yeah, I'm kind of interested in looking into this palette and keeping my eye on it and see what people are saying, because this is actually kind of interesting for Tarte. All right, so Tatcha is releasing another holiday set. They always come out with multiple sets for the holidays. And this is the Blushing Lips Duo, which has the Kisu lip mask, I think I said that wrong, and Peony Blossom Silk Lipstick. And it's gonna be $68, which, that's a lot. That's a lot of money for like a lip mask and a lipstick. I don't know. I guess for Tatcha, it's right on point, but this post also says this set includes the last quantities of the lip mask. Okay, so I may be wrong, but this is what I take it as. They're including this in the set, charging $68. And you're giving me a discontinued lip mask that's not gonna be available after this? What? That's kind of sketchy. The lip color looks beautiful. It looks like a color I would wear. The packaging's not anything, you know, out of the ordinary. And I don't really need another lip mask because I like my Laneige lip sleeping mask, and I just bought that set that they released for the holidays. And that ain't discontinued, okay? So I'm gonna pass on that. We're just gonna keep it moving. Milk Makeup is releasing an astrology tattoo stamp, and it's limited edition, and they're $12. I just don't need it. You know, like, when am I gonna wear my Scorpio stamp? Also, I'm 27. I don't know. I just kind of think it's a little too young of a thing for me. I feel like I'm not saying I'm old grandma over here, but I feel like stamps remind me of my childhood, you know? So I don't feel like I would need this. It's not too extravagant, so if you did want to get it to play around, or this is your style of makeup that you like to do, it's only $12, so that's pretty good of a price, you know? But I'm not trying to be mean about it. Like, if you like it, that's great, but to me, I'm like, I know the Zodiac is popular right now. They're just trying to get on that train, I guess. Whatever. Just not for me, but there you go. If it's your style, go ahead. Go ahead and get it. Yeah, more power to you. Sigma Beauty is releasing a collaboration with Beauty Bird, they're releasing the Dream palette. I'm seeing other things in the picture like hot sauce and stuff, but I'm assuming you're not getting hot sauce, you know? So this eyeshadow palette is on the larger side, and I feel like it's a very fall/winter appropriate palette. Oh, this is gonna be $49, I didn't say. And so the colors in this look very rich in tone, like a very rich orange, blue, green, burgundy, etc. I think this palette is pretty. For some reason, and this is probably just a me thing, but the pan sizes make me feel weird. Is that weird? Like, is that a weird thing to say? Other than that, I think the colors look really pretty. I think this would be good for a lot of people because there's a lot of options of different looks you can get. Or you can get it all neutral and all purple, like a green look. I don't know. I haven't been the most interested in Sigma eyeshadows. I've had some singles in the past and they were okay. They didn't blow me away, but they weren't bad either. So yeah, this palette just isn't for me, but congratulations to Beauty Bird for her collaboration. Next up is Stila's holiday release. Stila is releasing a full iridescent collection. So there are 6 glitter shadows for $24, and they all are very iridescent, as the collection says. And also they're releasing the Little White Lies Heavenly Highlighting Palette for $45. So the highlighting palettes from Stila are kind of like that cream to powder formula, kind of like a ColourPop sort of thing. For me, I don't get a lot of use out of those. I didn't really use my ColourPop ones, and I have a Physicians Formula one that's kind of similar as well. And I think it looks really beautiful. You get a really beautiful wet look on your cheekbones, but it's not necessarily the greatest formula for me. And also I have the Moonchild Glow Kit from Anastasia, so I feel like I have iridescent highlighters and I'm all set in that category. But the liquid glitters are some of my favorites. So this is a little different because it's a liquid iridescent. So it says it starts off like with the white base and then it flashes different colors. For me, these look really, really pretty. Like you can see in the swatches, I really like that middle shade. I think out of all of them, that is the one I would be most interested in. And I don't really mind paying for the liquid glitters from Stila because they're just my favorites. And this is going to be a little bit different than the glitters, I feel like. But yeah, I think I'm really gonna pick up that blue one because it looks really pretty. All right, so Origins, which is mainly a skincare brand, is now releasing limited edition Blooming Petal tints. So they are lip and cheek tints, and they are $18 each. The 3 colors are Peony Peach, Poppy Pink, and Rosy Red. So I don't use a lot of cream products on my face, so I really wouldn't get use out of these on my cheeks at all. And then as a lip tint, I don't know. I feel like this little pot method is just not the greatest. Your finger gets in there, your dirt, you know, all that. I just don't really think I need a lip tint. If I want to put a lipstick on, I'm gonna put a lipstick. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna make a statement. I mean, it might be a neutral lipstick or liquid lipstick or gloss, but if I want something on my lips, I want it to be known that something is on my lips. Does that make sense? But yeah, I don't think I'm very interested in it. So the Balm is releasing a highlighter palette because Mary Luminizer and Cindy Luminizer brought their cousins to the party. This is called the Luminizer Squad. It's a highlighter quad for $29.50. So you have Mary Lou, Cindy Lou, and then you have the long lost cousins, Penny Lou and Emma Lou. So I should say, first of all, I have Cindy Lou and Mary Lou in singles. Cindy Lou, I have tried to make work as like a blush or blush topper. It's just not working for me, you know? Like I kept it in my last declutter because I thought I could make it work in that way, but it hasn't been going well. So that one I just wouldn't use, and also I already have it. And I also have the Mary Luminizer highlighter, and there really isn't a dent in it. This is a highlight where I feel like it just lasts forever for some reason, but I do think the new highlighters are very pretty. One is a very like stark kind of, I don't want to say white, but it's a very, I guess you would call it white, kind of shade. And then the other one is more gold. I would probably wear 3, but Penny Lou would have to be in the summer when I have a tan. And Cindy Lou, I don't use. And I have Mary Lou already. So yeah, for me, this would not be a smart buy. You know, I would look That'd be kind of stupid. I think if you don't have any of these highlighters and you've been interested in trying them, perfect release for you. Go ahead and grab it. I would recommend it because I do like the highlighters. And I don't think $29.50 is too bad of a price either. Lastly, I want to talk about NARS. They are sneak peeking a new cheek product, and it is called Fire Clay, I guess. And it includes a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer in one compact. For me, these are very confusing. It's very blush heavy, right? So the blush, you could probably get a brush in and use it, you know, the regular way. But the bronzer, you would kind of have to like go around, and also for the highlight. I think it's visually appealing, and NARS compacted bronzer and blush I have tried and I like. This is just very weird to me. Yeah, how would you use this? If you know, please let us know. But for me, one, it's too much work. Two, this just bothers me, frankly. I think I would get very annoyed using it. I'm sure somebody will buy this. Hopefully not just for the packaging and whatnot, but yeah, that's just a hard pass. Okay guys, so that's gonna wrap up this week's Will I Buy It video talking about new makeup releases. If you like these types of videos, give it a thumbs up, of course, and also subscribe down below so you don't miss any other new videos I put out, and I will talk to you real soon. Bye!